Ugh, a taste that is historically linked to the city of New Orleans. But why? Stick around as Big Easy Life gets to the bottom of coffee and chicory. I'm out here at PJ's roasting facility. And if you've ever had a cup of coffee here in New Orleans, chances are you've enjoyed a long-standing NOLA tradition, chicory coffee. Now, let's start with what chicory is, actually. Chicory is a woody, herbaceous plant in the dandelion family, also known as French endive or curly endive. It usually has bright blue flowers, though they can sometimes be white or pink. Doesn't sound very pleasant so far? The plant itself can be quite pretty, but chicory is cultivated for its leaves and its roots. Chicory roots are baked, ground, to be used as a coffee substitute or as an additive. It's also a common forage crop for livestock, which means it's often planted for the grazing cattle or other hungry farm animals. So, what does the plant with the blue flower have to do with coffee? Chicory's been used in many ways over our history, but it was first roasted and used in coffee in Holland around the year 1750. In 1806, Napoleon attempted to make France completely self-sufficient after shortages during the war with England. To eliminate coffee imports, chicory was used as a partial and sometimes complete substitute. While this didn't last more than a few years, the French continued to use chicory to blend with their coffee. This practice would migrate to the still French-influenced New Orleans at the time. It was not all that popular until during the Civil War. Louisianians looked to adding chicory root to their coffee when Union naval blockades cut off the port of New Orleans. With shipments coming to a halt, desperate New Orleanians looking to get their coffee fix looked to their past to begin mixing things with coffee to stretch out the supplies they had. Now, some of the things they used, acorns, beets, also did the trick. Can you imagine your teeth after beet coffee? I've also even heard tales of pecan shells being used. Now, come on, I've had a pecan that had a little piece of shell stuck in it, and I chewed it, and how horribly bitter that was. Oh my God. Though chicory alone is devoid of caffeine, the grounds taste similar and can be sold at a lower rate. This allowed New Orleanians a bit of coffee in all those years of shortages. Although it continued to be used as a way to stretch coffee supplies at times like the Great Depression, it morphed into something more powerful, a tradition. So nowadays, when you look at the coffee aisle, you'll find the chicory brands are limited to just a handful, and they really all originate here in New Orleans. Today, very little chicory is grown commercially in the United States for use in coffee. Café Du Monde, for example, sources its roasts from a company in Leroux, France. Well, now that you got a good look at this root and local icon, I hope you'll take a chance to give it a taste sometime and realize how it works into the fabric of our community. As always, we'd love for you to go to our website at bigeasylife.org, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thanks for being part of our Big Easy Life.